great authority as the Srila Sukadeva Goswami, by hearing about the glorifying the Lord, all the person's activities become molded into the spiritual activities, and thus all conception of material miseries becomes completely vanished. Hare Krishna. So we'll begin with the prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate. Sorry. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjalashalakaya Chakshurulminitam Yena Tasma Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deham Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamscha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिंधु वेवच पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So let's. So today we are discussing Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, first chapter, verse 5th. So we all know what happens for Parishit Maharaj. Just I have a short summary to how it is connected to for today's discussion of today's verse. Uh, so So Parishit Maharaj got cursed by young Brahmana boy by name called Shringi, right? So later, this Parishit Maharaj realized his mistake. Immediately realized the mistake, what happened, what he did, the mistake, and he also got to know the curse given by Shringi. So, so immediately he was not getting lamenting or hankering for anything. He was not giving any reasons, and he was immediately become a responsibility for his mistake. Though he was having the power of spirituality, still he was not taken a shelter of it. So he was become a responsibility for the for his mistake, right? So then immediately he left his family, kingdom, everything he left, and he just took the shelter of Ganges, Mother Ganges, right? Then all this matter also came to know for all the sages, Mahajans, and everybody came and associate with Parishit Maharaj. Then after some time, even Sukadeva Goswami joined there, and he was Parishit Maharaj started asking the question, two questions. Which are the two questions he asked? What is the duty of the person all the time? So, and second question is, what is the duty of the person who leaves the body, that would when he die? So these are the two questions he was asked, right? For that we are getting an answer from the second canto onwards. Many of our senior Vaishnavas are giving wonderful uh, message for us. So what is the message? What is the result we got in? That is, so always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna, right? So we all know this in this material world, so-called in this material world, we see many of the forums and organizations teaching us the heart of living. So so many people gives so many money, and they'll join for that organization to learn art of living. So right. So but our Srila Prabhupada, uh, who is a real hero, so he gives he'll teach us art of dying, right, in free of cost. So sad news is not many of the people are utilizing it. So that is a sad news. So we'll learn all this like art of living and art of dying from Srila Prabhupada. So we are not utilizing on that, right? So we'll begin with the today's verse. So we have a wonderful sloka discussion here. So so today's class has been divided the two topics called we are getting the prescription for prescription for the disease called fearfulness. The first topic is that, and second topic, how to remember Krishna at the time of death. These are the two topics we are discussing today. So first we start with the fear. So the fear is an emotion in us, which completely immaterial, right? So fear is we have fear that always that we lose something. So there are three stages. If we there are three stages in that. If we don't have something, we hanker for it, and if we have something, we have a fearful of losing it. Once we lose it, we started getting lamenting, right? So then, so all these three emotions is because of material attachment. We attach ourselves and identify ourselves in identify ourselves for this in this material world, right? Then, and that sometimes creates the happiness and sometimes creates distress or fearfulness. Example, business. So we have some people do business, right? So in the business we'll get sometimes profit and sometimes loss, right? So in the profit will become happiness, and when we got loss and we'll started thinking, lamenting, fearful, what will be the next and what is the next planning. So this kind of fear will be there. So for that, there is a great author by name called Govinda Das. So who is teaching us, and also is a great devotee of Lord. So he also explains how to overcome the fear. So there is a wonderful bhajan written by Govinda Das. I try and sing for two to three lines. So bhaja hore mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Bhaja hore mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange Toraloe Bhava Sindhure. Bhaja re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. So meaning goes like this. Oh dear mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, which makes one's fearfulness. So this is the wonderful bhajan sung by Govinda Das. So in this way, by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, uh, it is uh, it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, we can overcome the Shoka, Moha, Bhaya, are destroyed. Shoka is nothing but lamenting or anchoring, Moha, illusion, and Bhaya, fear, right? So just if we just take the complete shelter of Krishna, our perspective of view will be completely changes. So we see everything as a plan of Krishna. We see everything which belongs to the property of Krishna. This way, our perspective will be completely changes. If we don't possess anything, for sure, we will not get fear, right? So we will not be have fear that we will not that we'll lose it. So because every situation have a two way, either it will be we lose it because of because it everything belongs to me, or we think everything belongs to Krishna. So Krishna and he'll take it back whenever he required. When Krishna gives us, we should accept as a service. So if Krishna takes it back, nothing wrong, because it's everything belongs to Krishna, right? So we should not get lament for that. So because of our egoistic with Lord Krishna itself, so then when we start thinking that everything belongs to me, mine, everything mine, so that doesn't work. And the moment when we start thinking everything belongs to me and the Lord has scratch it from me, so then immediately we'll start suffering from lamentation, anchoring, fear. So we must take the complete shelter of Krishna. For a very nice example of the devotee was taken a shelter in all the situation. So we know. and how they become fearful, how they're completely overcome the fear. So let's understand the pure devotees thing here. We all know Prahlad Maharaj, right? So he has having a demoniac father, who is very demoniac father, who is his father himself giving a such a painful uh, uh, punishment to Prahlad Maharaj, like throwing him from the mountain and putting him to in the fire. And he was put into the room where the cobras, like deadly cobras and snakes, were there, and he was feeded the poison. All this stuff has been happened to to Prahlad Maharaj, right? So, but how was the Prahlad Maharaj was afraid? He was afraid. He was lamenting. He was hankering. He was fearful. No, right? The answer is no, because he was completely taken the shelter of Sri Hari. So he took the shelter of Lord Krishna, Hari. So because of that, nothing was untouched with lamentation, anchoring, fear. That was not touched Prahlad Maharaj. He was always chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This way, he was always remembering the Krishna in any situation, in all the situation. So we think everything belongs to Krishna. He gives, he possesses, he maintains, and he takes away big. And the second example, we know our real heroes, soldiers, Pandavas, right? So they also went through so many difficulties. So Bhima was feeded poison, their house was set as in fire, their wife Draupadi insulted, and they were not given the share in the kingdom. They were sent to the forest for the 13 years for Vanavasa and 1 year for Ajnatavasa. So, in spite of all this suffering, Pandavas are not fear, because they are taken complete shelter of the Lord. Even if the reason, even there is a reason to become a fear or afraid, if we take the shelter of Krishna, the fear will be gone. The more we approach Krishna, the more we be fearless. These are the some of the points that we are discuss now. So now we are discussing the second point of how to remember Krishna all the time at the time of death. So that we can do by practicing. So by practicing, how is that? That is by chanting Hare Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada tells it is very easy to remember Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So if we practice chanting properly now, then at the time of death, we remember Krishna easily. So we understand the importance of chanting, right? So then we have we have committed to chant 16 rounds, so called, or some devotees will committed for 8 rounds, 4 rounds, so that whatever we take a sankalpa in front of Lord, there we should have the uh, dedication. So anyhow, we are taken a sankalpa for chanting 16 round, right? The 16 rounds takes 2 hours, right? After we are decided to chant 16 rounds, and we give the dedication time to chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra properly, without wasting the time, or without using the time for multiple tasks. By chanting, we'll see the mobile, we see TV, we'll also talk. So many mundane activities also will be going right while chanting. So if that is the case, we cannot associate with Lord. So that, dear devotees, whatever I'm speaking now, it is everything for me. It's no, not for any other devotees. So at least by speaking, I can cultivate this and correct myself and improve myself in the process of bhakti. So this way, we should not supposed to waste the time which waste the times and use this wonderful chanting time for any other uh, mundane activities. If we chant the Mahamantra as if we are in the danger, so how we should chant the Mahamantra? That is exactly, if assume that if we are facing some challenges in this material world, or if we are undergoing with some danger. So, for example, take the vehicle. So, in the highway we are driving, okay. So we are going in the highway, and the mid of the road the vehicle got stopped. Immediately, what we do? We'll take the help of toll free, right? So towing people. If that knowledge is not there for a particular devotee or woman, they immediately get afraid, and they will start calling their parents, husband, friends, relatives, brothers, sisters. So they immediately take the shelter, right? So that way we should call out the Krishna. In that situation, we this material world is dukale mashashvatam, right? Every step is danger. We are suffering from one or other problems. So that way, when we call out to the Krishna, for sure he will reciprocate. So even if we forgot to remember Krishna, so Krishna will never will not forget. He will somehow make an arrangement to remember him. In this Kali Yuga, we know there is the chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is an our Yuga Dharma, right? So your Kali Yuga is a very short lifetime, so it is the only way. So there is a sloka. Hare Nama eva kevalam kalau nasteva gatiranyata. So only one way is there to remember Krishna all the time. When this and I also, so by this I stop here for the some of by this I stop here. I have in this sloka I have collected some of the points. So I seek a forgiveness if I've committed any mistakes here. I also request my leaders Madhurapati Prabhu and Rajanath Prabhu to add some more points. I thank all the devotees assembled here for patience listening. And Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Patita Pavana Gurudev ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna Prabhu.